Hey guys, Tom here from the Doctors Collective. Just got back from the media preview of a new exhibition that's happening at the Art Gallery of New South Wales. It's called the Essential Duchamp. And there were some incredible lessons about business and life that this guy, that can be seen in the art of Duchamp. If there's any people that we can learn from, it's these incredible artists. There's only a few of them that really survive and are able to make a living of it. And so it's a really intense competition to stand out. So what's the big deal about this artist? Well, Marcel Duchamp is the guy that started off the whole conceptual art movement. When you have art that's a random object and you're like, what is this? It's just a bicycle wheel. Well, he's the guy that started that, which sounds a bit weird, but in art history, he's a big deal. He stands out as like a pivotal guy in the whole history of art as it exists. His big claim to fame, one of them was he got a bicycle wheel, put it on top of a stool and said, this is art. He also, another one was that he got a urinal, turned it upside down, signed it and said, this is art. Right, so, which is funny, but at the same time, it's in art history, it's a big deal. So what are the lessons in it for you? Well, 3 of them. Number 1, reject the status quo. Number 2 is identify the missing link or the gaps in the market. Number 3 is claim your individuality and stand out in that in a big way. So the first one is rejecting the status quo. Well, here's the thing, Marcel Duchamp was around the time when Cubism was happening with Picasso and some of these big modern artists like Matisse. And he spent some time being a good version of, like, being another good cubist, another good painter. And he wasn't really standing out, he was just another good artist. And so he said, you know what, I've had enough. I'm not going to be a part of any group, any movement in art. I've had enough of this stuff. Right? Same thing for you. If you want to stand out in your marketplace, you need to stand out. Right? So one of the things I like to say, if you want to stand out, you got to stand out. But it sounds a bit obvious, but when you look around, are you doing the same things that your competition is? Are you doing the same thing that everybody else is? Well, that's going to be a problem for you because you're not going to stand out. So we've got to reject that status quo. Number 2 is identify the gaps. So the way Duchamp did this is he questioned, what is art? What are all these movements? What are all these people doing? Who decides what's important, what's not? And then he came up with these ready-mades, these unusual objects, these bicycle wheels on a stand, or urinals, and so he was questioning, seeing where the gaps are. What does it mean? What does it stand for? And how he can be different. You need to do the same thing in your marketplace. What's important to the clients? What's missing that's not out there? How can you be different? Where can you feel a missing need? And number 3 is claim that uniqueness. So step into that unusual or that different way of doing things. So like Duchamp, right? I've already said it, the urinal, the unusual way of doing art, he did that, he claimed it, and he owned it, and he went for it, and he is in art history as a result. So you got to do the same thing. How are you going to be different? Claim your uniqueness, use it, stand out with it, and go down in business history. Right, so I hope that's been helpful. And you know what? You got to check out this exhibition. If you're in Sydney or if you're interested in art, you got to see this thing. It is incredible. Every one of his amazing pieces are there, except for a couple. But the big ones, the important ones, are there, and you can see it in person. I recommend you go. It's at the Art Gallery of New South Wales, happening from, I think it's late April to August. So enjoy. See you next time.